Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Since we're approaching the end of the year, it's just about time to make all of our end of the year videos. And we're gonna start with everybody's favorite, the best K-pop songs of 2022. In this video, I'll be sharing my top 10 favorite title tracks of the year, as well as some honorable mentions, and be giving a little bit of commentary on each song, talking about why I like it so much. This video is pretty simple, so there's not much other explanation I need to do. I will remind you guys to all go follow me on Instagram, link to my page will be in the pinned comment. But now that that's over, I think we can get right into the video. By the way, this video is only going to include songs that weren't in the first iteration of this video that I made at the halfway point of this year. So if you want to know what the other 10 songs that I consider some of the best of 2022 and my reasoning for putting them there, then make sure to watch that video as well. It's kind of like a two-part series. So without further ado, let's talk about my 10th favorite K-pop songs of 2022. At number 10, we have Cheshire by ITZY. And this song might have been a little bit higher on the list if I had some more time to sit on it. As we all know, ITZY is my favorite girl group, and when I did a review video on Cheshire, I gave it nothing but praise. I love the elegant yet playful vibe that Cheshire has, and I think this is one of their songs where their vocals sound better than usual. However, since it just came out this month, like less than a week ago, I feel like it would be too soon if I put it anywhere above number 10. Right now, Cheshire is one of the songs that I replay the most, but I don't know if I'm still gonna listen to it the way I am now in like 2 or 3 months, versus the other songs on this list that have all been out for at least a month, and I still like them just as much, if not more than I did when they first released. I will say that I do like Cheshire much more than I like Sneakers, but I kind of doubt that shocks many of you watching. Either way, I'm still comfortable enough putting Cheshire in my top 10, but nowhere higher than the place it is now. My favorite parts of the track are the pre-chorus, the la-la-las, and the bridge. I mean, when is ITZY not gonna give you a good bridge though? And overall, I think Cheshire deserves more praise than people are giving it now. I think that's just about everything I wanted to say, so now we can move on to number 9. At number 9, we have Anti-Fragile by LE SSERAFIM. True story, at first I did not like this song at all. I felt like it was kind of annoying, I guess. I always liked the chorus, but the post-chorus with the whole NTTTT thing, like, it just threw me off somehow. But eventually, things just clicked with me in the song, and I ended up loving it. I feel like these 5 girls have such good delivery on basically every single one of their lines. Yoonjin and Chaewon, obviously, but I actually really like Sakura's voice as well whenever she gets a line. And Eunchae and Kazuha are pretty good too. I sort of surprised myself when I thought about this, but I actually think I like Anti-Fragile more than I like Fearless now. Things like the high note in the bridge, the high energy in the chorus and verses, and of course the addicting reggaeton instrumental just has a slight edge over the chill and chic vibe of Fearless. But since I still really enjoy both, LE SSERAFIM has cemented themselves as one of, if not my favorite rookie group of 2022. I hope this group's music only gets better as their career goes on, because if they can somehow top Anti-Fragile, then like, the world is just going to come to a stop at that point. Great music, amazing music, but now let's move on to number 8. You know it wouldn't be a Planet Minjae video where I talk about songs I like if I didn't include my favorite group of all time. So at number 8, we have #Mood by MC&D. If I had to define my music taste in one word, it would be fun. There's nothing that I enjoy more than a crazy song with a fun beat that doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's exactly what #Mood is. The combination of different types of percussion in this song where it feels like you discover a new sound every time you listen to it is so cool to me, and the percussion pairs so well with bouncy rap verses and vocals that easily get stuck in your head. I'm sure many of you don't know or haven't heard this song before, so I would definitely recommend that you at the very least check it out, because this is a group that definitely deserves more recognition than they get. I mean, the song doesn't even have 1 million streams on Spotify yet. That's just crazy to me. But now we can move on to number 7. At number 7, we have Nude by (G)I-DLE, also known as just Idol. That not only was the comeback with probably the best message behind it, but was also just a really good song. being one of, but actually not my favorite song that used a classical sample in its composition this year. Nude feels strong, fierce, and feminine. I know in this video I'm specifically supposed to be talking about the music, but it's my channel, so I'm going to talk about the styling for a second. The music video costumes were some of the best outfits that I've ever seen in K-pop, and I love all of the different references they used. Back to the actual music, I think Nude has some of Soyeon's best rap verses ever, and I'm glad she chose to shut up the people who were mad at her English lyricism from Tomboy, Boy, because this was definitely a major improvement to me. The single best part of Nude is probably the second half of the chorus when they sing the line, "Baby, how do I look?" Idol are seriously top contenders when it comes to 4th gen vocalists. I talked a lot more in depth about my thoughts on Nude in my actual review video, so if you want more opinions, go check that out. But for this video, I think now is a proper time to move on to number 6. At number 6, we have the second of 3 boy group songs in this video, which is Whisper by The Boys. I know a lot of you didn't like it or even hated it, but to me, every single time I listened to Whisper, it just got better. The Boys are one of those groups where no matter what the melody of the song is, their good vocals are just going to enhance it that much more. And Whisper is a prime example of that. I mean, just listen to the last chorus if you haven't before. There are so many different vocal ad-libs in this song where it might feel overwhelming at first, but once you get it, you really get it. This track definitely has a futuristic, almost eerie sound to it, and it's such a unique sound that I'm surprised it wasn't appreciated by people more. I love the echo effect of the word whisper in the chorus. I feel like that's a type of melody you don't hear much in K-pop, and Whisper's bridge to me is one of the best boy group bridges that I've ever heard. I don't know, in my opinion this song was way too good to be done as dirty as it was by K-pop stans, and I have it safely as my 6th favorite song of 2022. So I know this is a Japanese release, but I've put Japanese releases in videos like this before, so I thought it would be fine to do again here. So at number 5, we have Poppy by STAYC. What I would honestly call my favorite Japanese debut by a K-pop group ever. In my eyes, it does not get better than this. After the online lashings that K-pop stans gave this group after the release of Beautiful Monster, STAYC returned to the bubblegum pop sound of songs like ASAP and Stereotype with their Japanese debut, and I could not have been more happy. Typically, I'm not the biggest fan of songs that repeat the same word over and over again for the chorus, but there's always exceptions for every rule, and Poppy is one of those for me. I could listen to them say poppy poppy love love for literally hours on end, and that's what I did when it was first released, and I still listen to it a lot today. I feel like STAYC pulls off this genre of music better than basically every other K-pop group in existence, because the team that produces their music, Black Eyed Pilsung, know how to make a song that literally never ages. The instrumental, addicting. The melody, addicting. The vocals, addicting. Even the rap, addicting. I know not a lot of groups have had Japanese releases this year, but Poppy is still by far my favorite one, and lands as my 5th favorite K-pop, or I guess you could say J-pop song of the year. At number 4, we have a group that I didn't even know they were having a comeback until I saw them perform at Mama, and I know this song was released on the same day as ITZY's Cheshire, but let me be a hypocrite for a moment and put When I Move by Kara at number 4. I know I said I didn't feel comfortable putting Cheshire above number 10 because I haven't had enough time to sit on the song, but that's how I felt for Cheshire, and for When I Move, I have no fear that this song isn't still gonna be good in literally years. There's something about a song by a 2nd gen group that is really just carried by the amazing vocals that gets me hooked every single time. That's why I like Sistar's old songs so much, and that's why I'm now in love with Kara. Not to say that the instrumental is bad or the production is bad or anything like that, but the power that you can both hear and feel in their voices has that it quality that you don't hear much in 4th gen, which makes When I Move even more special. After I first listened to this song, I gave the rest of Kara's discography a serious listen, and I was surprised to hear that even though most of their music was literally made over 10 years ago, their discography is still really good by 2022 standards. And I ended up putting Kara on my stan list. Great music, great group, and now let's move on to number 3. 3, we have the only debut in this top 10, which is Higher by the group 50/50. This group is still pretty unknown, so I wouldn't be surprised if most of you don't know who they are, but right now all you need to know is that they have fantastic music. They only have 1 EP and 4 songs under their belt right now, but the title track for their debut album Higher falls under the city pop genre, and city pop is one of my all-time favorite sounds to hear, and they did it really well. Though I do love loud and in-your-face music, which, spoiler alert, you're gonna see with number 2, I also really appreciate easy to listen to and light music, and Higher is just the pinnacle of that. Their debut album is honestly in the running for my favorite K-pop debut album of all time, and if you want to support a girl group that deserves more attention and listen to amazing songs while you're at it, then you don't need to look any further because 50/50 is the group for you.
Too bad it's one Porsche. Too bad it's one Porsche.
So this one may be a controversial opinion, and a couple of months ago I wouldn't have even put this in the top 10 either. But at number 2, we have Two Baddies by NCT 127, which, by the way, this is my album of the year. At least when it comes to K-pop, there are 12 songs on this album, and not a single one of them is bad. It's 42 minutes and 34 seconds long, and every single one of those seconds is just musical genius. Even I didn't believe it at first, but yeah, NCT just killed it this time around. I used to be bugged by the high-pitched voice in the chorus, but on re-listen, not only did I grow to love it, I also realized how amazing the rest of the song is too. Of course, the pre-chorus and the bridge are amazing with all of the vocals, "We love you Taeil," but in true NCT fashion, my favorite parts are probably the rap verses. I love how many lines Jaehyun has in this song. I think his deep voice rapping really complements the tones of members like Mark and Taeyong, and to me, Two Baddies is seriously the full package. Everything about this song feels complete and thought out, which makes sense considering it's almost 4 minutes long in runtime. And whenever I listen to it, I'm somehow left feeling both satisfied and wanting to listen to it again. 127 seriously makes some of the best music I've ever heard, and Two Baddies conveniently lies at number 2. Now we're going to be going on to number 1, but before we do that, let's talk about some honorable mentions. So some songs that almost made the top 10 but just barely missed out were If you follow me on any of my other social media like Twitter or Instagram, you know that I am in love with this song, and I've been calling it Song of the Year basically since it released. So at number 1 and my favorite K-pop song of 2022, we have Shut Down by Blackpink. Truly just pop perfection. My all-time favorite use of a classical sample in K-pop, and my favorite song from this group too. From the return of the iconic Blackpink in Your Area, to the absolute earworm of melody in the chorus, to the rap verses that ooze nothing but cockiness and confidence, and the dance break at the end, which is a perfect conclusion to an already amazing song. There's not a single thing about this track that I wouldn't just praise to the ends of the earth. I know I sound dramatic, but I'm genuinely just obsessed with Shutdown, and I feel like I could listen to it for just days on end. This is real music, this is what Girl Crush should sound like, and there's a reason why Blackpink are known as the pioneers of the genre. No one has done it like them, at least not that I know of, and even if it's not the most groundbreaking song in existence, it's just fun, we cannot deny that. Not everything needs to be experimental and new. Sometimes when you know what works, you should just go with that, and Shutdown did just that and more. I will gladly wait another 2 years if it means that Blackpink put out another song to this caliber in the future, but for the sake of all of the blinks in the comment section, we'll hope that that doesn't turn out to be the case. I don't have anything else to say. Stream Shutdown, Song of the Year. And that concludes this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, leave a like, and if you want to see more of my content, consider subscribing, and remember to follow me on Instagram. As always, at the end of every video, we thank all of our channel members, so thank you Opijin Itzy, Woot Twice Tees, Dog, Zeus112, Jackie, ZVH, Soda Scribbles, Shiny, Mizu Monorovie, Cassie, Gav, Chili's Cafe, Ale, Che, 97th Heaven, Frosty Plays, Julian Zalazar, Alpha Fox, Edgy Does Things, Namjoon's Lost AirPods, Kaylin Caster, Flo099, Woo Youngie, Mailty, Kieran Johnston, Sunmi Shine, Julia Peterson, Stay22, Damien J, Lennon, Adifa N, Just Softness, JYP, Jisungi, Sonorinth, and Jed. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel, and without further ado, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.